him, and I remember he punched. Guess who? You guessed right, it's me, Angela Reek, and I want to welcome you guys back to another video on my channel. Hi, I know you guys missed me. So today's video is going to be a story time about my crazy ex. Before we jump into the video though, I want to thank you guys for sticking around. I did get some new subscribers. I see you guys, thank you so much. I did get a message from a subscriber. I'm gonna put it here, but I want to give you a shout out and thank you so much for watching and following my TikTok and stuff like that. Okay, so this one goes out to you. Oh, by the way, I have a tissue, guys, because I'm on makeup and I'm very hot, like so I have to be like tapping my face, but you know what I mean. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't, but yeah. Anyways, so we are gonna do the story time about my psycho crazy ex. I might put in some screenshots. I have to think about it though, because some of the screenshots are very explicit and some of them have my business in there, and I don't want to be spreading my business all over the internet. But yeah, I try to look for them and put them in there as well. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So I met this dude. I remember when exactly I met him. I don't remember. I'm a girl that if you ask any of my exes, I remember all our dates, all our anniversaries, everything like that. But for this particular ex, I don't remember. And I think it's because I pushed it way down into my memories, like, because I do not want to remember that. But yeah, so I think it was like in May, not this year though. This was like 2 years now, I think, about 2 years. But yeah, so I met him in May. How I met him was I had a friend. We used to go to high school together, and I still had her number and stuff, so I texted her and whatever. So one day I texted her, I was like, girl, I need a man, you know. And she's like, oh, she have somebody for me, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, alright, cool. Now mind you, this girl said he does that thing, and it kind of struck me, and I'm like, how would you know that? Like, if he's your friend, because she said he's her friend, and I'm like, how would you know that if you guys are just friends? But I thought it was just that friendship where, you know, a guy tells the girl everything and blah blah blah. But anyways, and by the way, that thing is going on there. I don't know how else to put it because I have people watching me, but yeah. So when she told me that, it kind of struck me as weird. I was like, I didn't really pressure it. I was just like, okay, whatever. Because I'm like, she's not willing to do that, you get me? Anyways, so we were talking for like 2 months, I think, before we saw each other. But like, it was cool. Like, we were talking, it was good. He didn't live far. He lived like a community or 2 away from me. So it wasn't that bad or whatever. So we got to see each other, and it was cool. It was nice. It was a thing. But I came to realize that we were arguing a lot. Like, we were arguing a lot. But I was just like, typical relationships, you know. People argue, whatever it may be, blah blah blah. So I left it alone. So it was March. Was it March? I think it was March, because February was his birthday. I think it was either March or April, or April going into May. I think that was it, because I think it was April, because my birthday was in July and we made it 4 months, yeah, and then my birthday, yeah, so it was in April, right? So this video going to kind of be all over the place because I'm going to be trying to remember as I go along, so just try to keep up with me. But yeah, so it was in April I met him via WhatsApp, and we were talking and whatever. So as I said, it was like arguing, but it wasn't like a lot, but we were arguing. So within this time there were good times as well, you know. We went over ice cream, we went on dates, it was everything. Like, it was what I wanted it to be. Then he wanted to buy a car. I remember he wanted to buy a car, and he had a lot of money saved, like a lot of money saved to buy a car, like around 400,000, like, you know, in bulk. So I was just like, oh, cool. But anyways, he wanted to buy a car. I helped him look for a car and whatever, and he found one. So by that time, my parents and my family knew I was dating, but they didn't know who it was I was dating. They just knew I was dating. So he had to drive. Where did he have to go to get the car? Oh yeah. So we went to rent a car. We rented a car, and we went to go pick up the other car. We couldn't even find a place. That was number one. But anyways, we stopped at my mom's first because what happened? Yeah, we stopped at my mom. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. We stopped at my mom because, oh yeah, I didn't have my license, and he needed somebody to drive back because we got a rental car and he needed somebody to drive by the other car to come back. So we ended up picking my brother. I think my brother had his license by then. I think he had his license, or if he didn't, he was in the process of getting it. But my brother can't drive. So we went to my mom's house and we picked up the car. So hold on, let me just think if this was before or after. This was before. So we went to pick up the car and stuff. So on our way back to where we live, the car had broken down, and my brother had to help him fix it and whatever. Anyways, long story short, my brother helped out in that part, that aspect. So, you know, we were chilling. It was cool, whatever. Then my birthday came around, and that's when everything went to like garbage. So my birthday had came around, and I did a photo shoot. My brother and my cousin did the photo shoot. I'll put the pictures here, but I did a photo shoot, and then I had a dinner as well, and then he and I were supposed to go to Margaritaville. We'll go to Ochi to enjoy ourselves, whatever. So we did the thing, and I went to the dinner. No, the night before my birthday, mind you people, the night before my birthday, right? The night before, I remember it was like 10-11 o'clock. We were arguing, like the argument was, I don't even remember what the argument was about. I really and truly don't remember what it was about. I'm sitting here trying to remember. I really don't know what it was about. But we were arguing, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to deal with this the day before my birthday. So I texted him, I was like, please stop talking to me right now. I don't want to deal with this. And then we went back and forth until we broke up. So we broke up the day before my birthday. So, you know, I blocked him. I wasn't going to let it stress me or get to me. So I went to sleep. I woke up. I got a lot of happy birthday text messages, calls, whatever. So now I'm getting ready, right? I had my dress. I had my hair. I did my hair. My hair, my nails, my dress. Everything was amazing. If I find a video, I'm going to post it here. But yeah. So yeah, all of that was done. So I'm feeling good, whatever. I'm telling my cousin, because I slept over my cousin that night. So because my cousin and I did my nails the day before, which was the same day we argued. So I went to do my nails before, so that's how I ended up sleeping at my cousin, because, you know. So everything was good. The same girl that introduced me to him, she was supposed to come too, but I don't remember why she never come, but she didn't come. So we were there getting ready and everything, and I received an Instagram DM from him. He was like, oh, where is the plate? Where's the party keeping? Whatever. And I'm just like, yo, you're not coming, so I don't see why you're asking me all of this. And he's like, no, I said, you broke up with me, so I don't see why you're asking me all of this. He's like, no, I want to make it up to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, we're good. Like, I don't need it here. Anyways, we'll argue. But me, everybody know me, I'm a soft person, and I forgive very easily, which I should not. But I did. I forgave him. So, well, I never forgive him. I didn't want to argue on my birthday. Ended up giving him the direction to the place and stuff. And while I was driving there, he was calling me. He was telling me he couldn't find a place. So I was like, all right, I'm going to order for you until you come, whatever. So I kept calling him, because the thing is, my cousin worked there, and he was like the manager there, and he was like, oh, you need to tell me what I can do for you, because the kitchen gonna close off soon and blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that's I began ordering for him and whatever. So reach, and you know, it was good and stuff. The thing is, I was supposed to let him meet my dad and my mom, and my dad was kind of like excited to see him. I don't know why, but yeah. Cause I remember I was there. My dad kept asking me, when is he coming? When is he coming? So, anyways, he showed up. No, guys, listen to me. My birthday party was a semi-formal event, right? It was like no casual, nothing. It was semi-formal. Like you wear dresses, heels, but not those long ass dresses and whatever. So that was a theme. It was gold and black, semi-formal. Tell me why this dude came in shorts. Like, I'm not even joking at this point. Like, why would you come in shorts? You and I were there. We were planning my birthday. I told you what it was, and you came in shorts and sneakers. Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? If it was the sneakers, it wouldn't be bad and that bad. But like, shorts? Like, come on. So, he came, and my face was already annoyed. I was like, ugh. And I was already telling my friends about what happened with us and whatever. My cousin was pissed. I remember why. We weren't talking. I don't remember. Something. But anyways, we were there and, you know, taking pictures, whatever. Then he came and he was like... No, I said to him, I was like, we need to go outside and talk. So I was like, yo, why are you here? Why are you, you know? And he's like, oh, I just wanted to come, blah, 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 and show you support, and this is that and the third, whatever. Then this nigga had the audacity to look at me and say, can you take my picture? I'm like, are you serious? Like, what? The audacity. You broke up with me the day before my birthday. We were arguing, and then you come looking at me. You weren't invited. Then you come look at me talking about some, oh, can I take your picture? I'm like, no, I'm not going to take the picture. And I walk back inside. He's upset. I'm like, okay, if you're upset or not, I'm not taking the picture. Hell. Anyways, so the night was over with, and where everybody was getting ready to leave and stuff like that. Before I even said, he met my parents. He met my dad and he met my mom and whatever. Nobody was really talking to him because everybody knows what was going on. Somebody wasn't talking to him. So my dad was like, he's like, that's a guy? I was like, yes, that's him. Anyways, the night was over and we were going back. So he's telling me that he wants me to go to a hotel with him or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm about to go home. Like, no, this is the worst night ever. I'm not about to do this for you. He was trying to argue with me again. I'm like, no. So I started crying and I went into was it a van? Yeah, I think it was a van. Yeah, I think my dad was driving. Yeah, so sorry guys, my nigga was falling asleep. So went into the van and we were driving back home and stuff. So in us going back home, you know, we were texting, arguing. Eventually we made up, no big deal. Then we went to Margaritaville, and there it was okay, I guess. We had liquor. There was this tall glass of liquor, this very tall glass of liquor, and nachos. But the thing is, we had eaten before because I had bought food for me and I had bought food for my brother and my father. Before I left the house, I bought them food and whatever. So we weren't really hungry. So we just bought that, but then, you know, I was full. So like, I didn't want the chips and thing or whatever. This is a very long video. I'm going to try to cut it short as possible. But yeah. The reason I'm telling you is because it comes back in the end. These two events, the birthday party and I went to Margaritaville. So I didn't have a shirt. I didn't have any like water clothes or anything like that. So we basically like, he had just picked up a few shirts from Amazon. So I took one of them, plus he had my black shirts and a scarf from when I slept over. So anyways, oh my god, this is long. This is I need a part 2. I don't know. But anyways, we picked up, we went to Ochi, have fun. It is what it is. We had fun and we came back. It was good. Then came the part when we broke up. So we broke up in September. And I'm going to tell you why we broke up in September. So this is how he became crazy. We were arguing in August. I remember because I wanted to leave him. And I remember he punched. We were arguing, right? And I wanted to leave. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So he started punching the wall, hitting the wall, whatever. And he was just like, oh, if I leave, he's gonna kill himself or unalive himself, whatever. He can't deal with me leaving because he loves me so much, whatever. Stupid me. Stay in the relationship because I'm like, all right, cool. Can't bother with this. Girls, if a guy tell you that he's going to off himself, do not believe him. Run for the hills. So anyways, that was the argument. We weren't like connecting like one time, so I just left it alone. We were just barely scraping by. So in September now, I was getting my hair done. I was braiding my hair. And we had just, I was braiding my hair in September, I remember. And my friend, if I have the video, I'm going to put it here. But my friend was there, she was videotaping us, and she was like, guys, if you hear like some drilling noise in the back, some people are working like in the area around my house, so that's fine. But yeah, so my friend was like, she was taking a video of me, and I'm on the phone like this because we're arguing. Like you can see the text messages, but like again, we're arguing. So I told her, I was like, yo, I'm fed up with this dude. Like I can't deal with him anymore. I want to break up, blah blah blah. So we're just going on our, oh guys, niggas ain't ish rant, whatever. Then she's like, oh, I have this guy I needed to meet, and he's fun and he's nice, whatever. Maybe I can do something with him. I was like, girl. Anyways, so that's how I was introduced to my friend Jay. And I texted him. But the thing is, you see, if you guys know Jay, like, he doesn't, it doesn't come off as, he's like one of those famous guy, so you wouldn't think he'd respond to a DM. So I DM'd him, didn't think he'd respond, but he responded like a few minutes after. So I was like, girl, and she's like, yeah. So me and Jay started talking, numbers were exchanged, whatever. I'm not gonna tell you guys what we talked about, but we were talking and stuff like that. So that's how Jay and I became friends. So a few weeks went by. So it was like 2 weeks, a week or two passed, and me and my boyfriend at the time, we went shopping because we needed groceries. So we went shopping and stuff. So we're in the line now and thing. We were on good terms ish. So yeah, so we were shopping and stuff, and then he forgot the pancakes. So I went. So yeah, so we went to get pancakes and stuff. So I kid you not, while I am walking, mind you, Jay and I are friends, I've never met Jay in person. We spoke on FaceTime, we spoke on WhatsApp, DM, whatever, but we've never met in person. I've never seen this dude in person. I don't think we had started FaceTiming yet. No, we hadn't started FaceTiming yet. We were just texting. So I turned to go to get pancakes, and I saw this dude walk through the doors. And I was like, where do I know this dude from? Because he was like, it was a side profile, so I wasn't really looking at his face. It was like a side profile. And I was like, where I know this dude from? Then he turned his head, but he didn't see me. He turned his head, and I was like, Instagram. I was like, Jay. And I didn't go to him because my boyfriend was right behind me. So I went to go get the pancakes and stuff, and and I looked back at him and whatever. But anyways, went home and stuff, and Jay had a page that he sold things on. So I think it was Stylish Trends JA or something like that. But he sold everything on that. It was everything, like from ring lights to chargers to pierce to like, they call them rings and tongue rings, stuff like that. Like, he sold everything. So we were texting, and he was like, oh, can you promote this page for me? I'm like, sure, no problem. Promoted it on my Instagram, promoted it on my WhatsApp. So one day I got this text from my boyfriend, and he screenshotted it, and was it that? Yes, no, he didn't screenshot, he just messaged me under it. He's like, whose stuff is this that you're promoting? I was like, oh, it's just a friend, whatever. So he's like, hello, okay. So I'm like, yeah. So a few days went past, and he went to Jay's Instagram and he screenshotted Jay and he sent me, and he's like, who is this? I was like, he's just a follower. And he's like, oh, he's just a follower, but you're promoting his page and whatever. I was like, yeah, because he asked me to. He's a friend. Why, why wouldn't I? And apparently he thought I was cheating on him with Jay. Mind you, I've never seen Jay in person, ever seen Jay in person. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It is just so funny how I even reached this part in life. But anyways, we were arguing again because of it. Because he's like, oh, I'm promoting niggas' pages. I know I look mad thirsty and this is that. I'm like, how am I looking thirsty? He's the one that asked me to do it. So, like, why not, Anyways, Jay had become, like, a very, very, very good friend to me. Like, he's such a good friend. So, I left it alone. We were still arguing. This is, like, in September now. So, after that, I started working from home. And one day, he just started disrespecting me. We were arguing. And he started calling me out my name, like, all types of this and that and this and that. And I'm just like, excuse you? Like, back it up. Like, what are you talking about? This boy is just disrespecting the life out of me. So it's like, alright, you know what? We're done. And I left him. We broke up. Guys, we broke up. That's important to note. We broke up. So we broke up. We weren't talking for like 4 days. Then Jay had hit me up and he was like, oh, you want to go? Oh, because the thing is, we were supposed to meet up, but I had to work. As I said, I was working from home, so I had to work a lot. And working from home is like more than working, like going into office, because they don't watch you more and your hours and whatever. So I couldn't really be. So Jay had invited me out. So I think my shift had ended. Like, I think I had an early shift that week. So he invited me out, and he was always busy, so could never find time. So ended up going out. So he came and we went out. Mind you, I was still single. I was single, guys. So whatever I did or didn't do is none of anybody's business. So we went out. I didn't think we didn't go out. We just I went around his friends and stuff like that. Like, he carried me because his friends was having like a little party thing, I guess. So yeah. So we went there. He was just drinking. I don't drink, right? I don't drink. So we were just drinking. I smoked though, so I was smoking. He didn't like that. And it's not about Jay. So we had a nice time. We didn't reach at his, and that time curfew had just started. Curfew had just started. So we couldn't drive on the road at a certain time or whatever. So because we're already in his area, I was like, Jay was like, it's better if you sleep over. So I'm like, all right, cool. Because, he doesn't want to risk getting locked up or whatever. And I didn't have work till like 9 in the morning next day either way. So I was like, all right, cool. So we went to his house and yeah, we just chilled and watched TV till we dropped asleep. Because we were both drunk, so it wasn't like anything. Well, he was drunk. I was tipsy. He was like knocked out drunk. Like, we went and we watched like 2 episodes and he fell asleep. So the next morning I woke up. Jay had carried me back home because as I said, I had a 9 o'clock shift the next day. So Jay had carried me back home and I'm there sitting. He carried me at like 8:45, so I had to rush in or whatever. So I'm sitting there now and this dude start arguing with me. My ex gonna hit me up on some, where were you last night? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, first of all, I don't answer to you anymore, so how is that your business? And he's like, where were you? You're out in man and this is that and blah 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 this and the third. I'm like, we broke up, so I don't know what you're talking about. Then he's like, all right, If anybody knows Jay, no, they know that he will snap everything, like everything Jay snaps. So he was snapping the night. He didn't put me in his snap because Jay's Jay. Jay's going to be a gallus and I can't bother with all of that. So Jay ended up never snapped me, and that's fine. I didn't have a problem with it. We weren't together, whatever. We were just having fun. So I had these slippers. I will never forget them. I had these slippers that strap up to the top, and I have these like long striped pants, and it's like a suit. So I wore that, and Jay accidentally snapped my foot and posted it on his Instagram. No, it's not like that was the only post. He posted like a lot of posts. Like, you had to be looking for something to, you know. So apparently my ex did that. Went through. The thing is, he doesn't follow Jay and Jay doesn't follow him. So he went on Jay's profile, went on his Instagram, and he tapped through. And the screenshot that he sent me was like far down, because I watched it. It was far down into his story. So he's just like tapping through. He screenshotted my foot. This nigga screenshot my foot and sent it to me. And he was like, oh, you're in a car front with man and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, it's not your business. Like, we're not together. You're disrespectful. Like, I'm not about to do this with you. After you tell me you're his friend and this is that, whatever, and you're a this and you're a that and whatever. I'm like, boy, are you serious? So then this nigga proceeds to then text Jay, and without just texting Jay, he sent Jay my private pictures that I sent him. He sent Jay that, and he was like, oh, this B that you have up, the BITCH that you have up in the front seat, just know it's me and you're sharing her and this is that. Like, he's trying to, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, he's like, you need to know it's me and you're sharing her and whatever. Jay screenshot that to me and sent it to me, and he was like, what? Jay disgusting. Jay was like, Jay is a satan. Jay said, this man, Jay said, he said a message, and he said in the other message, he was like, so whose house do you think she just came from? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I do this. I was just like, Jesus Christ, how would you say that? Because no, it's him. So I'm texting him, I'm arguing with him because I'm on the phone at work, and I'm arguing. I'm like, yo, da 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 blah blah blah. So my father was going to work, so he had passed me, and he heard me say to him, yo, you can't be here because I have work and whatever. So daddy was asking me, he's like, what's going on? So I told him. He said, okay, and then he left. So when daddy left, like I think 10 minutes after, I hear somebody at my gate, Leon, come outside. I was like, huh? I get up and I look through the glass, and I saw his car like pulled up outside, and I was just like, huh? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go outside, like, as I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. So I texted Jay, I was like, yo, he's here, cause like da da da. And then Jay was like, are you serious? So he said, spin the block. He was like, oh, I'm coming. I'm like, yo, all right. So he's there, but my brother was here. He didn't know that my brother was here. So my brother was here. So my brother, he went outside and he looked, and he saw my brother, and then I guess because he saw my brother, he left. So he left. Then my brother had called my father and told my father what was going on, and I was like, Jay, don't bother come because whatever. So my father came, and me and my father was like arguing about that, because you know, but me and my father were talking about the situation. Then like the dude texted me after that, and he was like, oh, so you're in there telling your father this and the third. I'm like, how you even know that? Because I have like a back gate and a front gate. So if you come to the front gate, I won't really hear when you come through the front gate. You have to come through the front gate and knock on the door for me to know that you're here. So I think he came through the front gate and was this over, like he was just listening to the conversation. So anyways, long story short, he found out all that information and he was texting me. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I'm not about to do this video. Like, he's stalking me, doing all of this. Then he's sending death threats to me, sending death threats to Jay, and oh, he's gonna step in my face and he gonna bust my face up and this, that, and the third, and whatever. And I'm just like, yo, you need to calm down. It's like, it's none of that. Then he proceeds to start telling me, well, I want this back, I want that back. He gave me an iPad, a jacket. For my birthday, he gave me this chain that's an amethyst stone. And everybody knows me, I know knows I love amethyst. So he gave me the amethyst necklace, and he's like, I want about the chain, I want about the iPad, I want about my, and he bought me a charger because like my charger stopped working. So he bought me a charger. He's like, I want my charger, I want about this, I want about that. Mind you, when we went to Ochi, I was the one who paid for everything. So I don't know what you're talking about. So he's like, oh, I want about this, I want about that, and the third. So I was like, all right, cool, bro, come get your shit, because like at the end of the day, I'm not about to do this with you. So before he proceeds to do that though, he started texting me all this extra stuff, and he's like, oh, I'm a this and I'm a that, send me paragraphs on top of paragraphs. I'm just like, bro, go, like you could leave, like what are you talking about? Like I'm not doing this back and forth with you. Like you're arguing with yourself at this point, because he's there telling me how I'm this and I'm that and this is that and blah blah blah, and I'm just there like, okay, anything else? All right, cool, peace, whatever it is. He just said steady talking to himself. So I'm like, yo, can you go? I just texted him. He was just talking. I'm just like, yo, go. Then he's gonna tell me that, oh, he put my pictures everywhere, put my pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, he made a Pornhub account, put my pictures there, videos, everything. And I was just like, how low can you be, how dirty can you be? So that's when I was just like, all right, cool. And at that point I couldn't go back to work, so I was telling my manager, and he was like, all right, you need to handle that. Long story short, I ended up going to the police station, and I had to show them all of the messages, and he's talking about something, he's gonna get a gun and whatever. Then this dude had the audacity, after all of this, had the audacity to text me back the next day talking about some, oh, if we can be friends, and like basically friends with benefits, and he's sorry, and this is and the third, whatever. And I was like, sir, no, goodbye, like you're not doing this. And I ended up getting, like, it wasn't a restraining order, but it was just like a little letter, not a letter, like a slip. So basically it says that if he comes near me again, I should call the police. And then I went to the police car, and he asked me to show him where he lived. So I went around there, but he wasn't there at the time, because they were going to go there to warn him and stuff like that. But yeah, no, he can't come near me. If he does, I have to call the police. But yeah, he was basically stalking me, threatening me, and he put my pictures all over the internet. He did take them down the next day though, but what he said was also that he and my friend, the same girl that introduced me to him, she and him did things, and that's how whatever, and this that and the third. I was just like, okay. So I cut off everybody, and I went into a deep depression after that, because like this was in September, and in November my friend had died, my best friend. Remember I told you guys in the first video, my best friend had died. So I was just going through it. It was just a whole lot, and yeah, that was it. And Jay was the one that actually helped me out of that depression. Like I was just in a whole depression. Like it was to a point where I couldn't even leave my house. Like anytime I left my house, I'd have like a panic attack, and I wanted to go back inside, because it was just like, what if he sees me, whatever. So I ended up cutting my hair, trying to get a new look. It was just a whole thing. But this video is long enough, and that means I'm going to have to sit here and edit it to make it very short. But that is a story time about my psycho ex and what had transpired and what was the outcome. Guys, listen, and I'm not even being funny here, you should take this as a lesson. Like, people are crazy, and I don't know what he would do if my brother wasn't there. So just learn to leave these people alone. At one point he was even trying to, listen man, he was trying to put his hands on me at one point, because like I remember I went to his house to get my stuff, and he didn't want me to leave. Like, we went in a taxi, he didn't have his, I think his car, yeah, he crashed his car. Like when he left my house the day when he was here spying on me and my dad, he crashed his car that day. So he didn't have his car, so we took a taxi. I took a taxi to his house to get my stuff, and while I was in the house, he was outside, and no, he said he was going to go to the kitchen to get something. So I was packing up my stuff, but I didn't hear, because the kitchen is like right beside his room, so I could hear when he's in the kitchen. But like I saw when he was going outside, like he was going to tell the taxi to leave. So it's like, no, I'm not doing this. I ended up leaving my clothes over there, my slippers, everything. So I was going through the gate, and he held on to my arm, and he was like pulling me. I was like, yo, let me go. And I ended up leaving and stuff like that. But listen, people are crazy. Like, listen, this is why I stay by myself. This is why right now I don't deal with people. Like, people are crazy. There's a lot more, but this video is too long. There's some more that I didn't say, but as I said, this video is too long. Maybe in a part 2, I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to stay safe, and it's not everybody else sins. Okay. All right. Again, thank you again for watching, and bye.
Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm tryna get paid. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way.